Hello everyone, I greet you in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to discuss with you today. A question was put to this rabbi that why do they believe in Moses and not Jesus Christ? I believe that this is going to be a very interesting question. I don't know if you are nervous like me. I'm just waiting to hear his response to this very particular question. I believe that we are going to learn a lot in essence as far as this video is concerned. So I would like to encourage you to stay with me. Let's hear his own response. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion, thought or belief. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So guys, without any further ado, let's get on to this video and then check this out.
So explain what's my question. Okay. We just learned about the Moshe, how he helped all the Jewish people go through the Egypt and through the Red Sea. So why we have to believe that's the God, to the version that's the God or miracle help to Moshe to take all Jewish people and walk through the sea, while we don't believe that Jesus walked through the sea?
Her question is, we're just starting about Moses, but we do know that later on in the story, well, at the rate we're going, it might be in 2 years from now, Moses is going to lead the Jews out of Egypt and will cross the Red Sea. So why do we believe that Moses led the Jews to the Red Sea, but we don't believe that Jesus walked on water?
Well, very simply, why don't you go back a little further? Why do you believe that Moses in the Torah, the Old Testament, why not believe in the New Testament? That's the same question. Maybe go back even to further and more basic question, not just one action of splitting the sea and walking on the water. Go back and ask, why do we believe in the Old Testament? Why don't we live in the New Testament? Ask that question. That'll answer this question too. And this answer is very, very simple, because this is very important to know. The big difference between the Jewish tradition and the non-Christian or any other religion tradition is that at the time that God gave the Torah to Mount Sinai, there were millions of people that witnessed it. They saw God coming down with the lightning and the thunder, speaking to Moshe Rabbeinu, and all the action that happened at that time. And God spoke to them. They heard his speaking, the voice speaking to them, was witnessed by millions of people. By any other religion, for instance, Yoshka that you're talking, I don't want to say his name, Yoshka that you're talking about, he was not witnessed by anybody. Maybe one or two of us. He had 5 disciples. And they decided that he is God's son. And the whole thing that the belonging story about, about he's the son of God and the whole Trinity, the whole thing. So this was something that was made up by one person, few people. They came along and told people, hey, look what happened. God changed his mind. He gave a new law. He took away the old Torah, gave a new Torah. What are you talking about? God came down with millions of people, gave the Torah, and they told the children afterwards, millions of people, tens of thousands of people gave over to every generation, the next generation. And this is the true Torah that God gave. Nobody's going to come along and say, a guy made up a story that, that God changed his mind and I'm a son of God. And he's, what are you talking about? He'd come along and believe a story like that. Someone walking to say, I'm the son of God. Even if he makes miracles, he can make miracles, made miracles. God tells us in the Torah, if somebody comes up and tells you, let's change the Torah, and he makes miracles, don't believe him. He can make miracles, but he is not my shliach. He's not my emissary. He's not my person giving over to you. I gave my man as Moshe Rabbeinu. Moses gave the Torah to the Jewish people. God will never change his mind, and this is the true religion, and we have millions of people saw it. So anything about the New Testament, is false. There's no truth to it. It's just by a few people that came along, and they talked a lot of people into it, and it's very convenient. It says in the Torah, openly, there's no form, God has no form, he's not a man, he's not an animal, not in the heavens, not in the earth. They come along, no, he's God. Ten Commandments. It says don't believe in any other forms of God. God is no form. They come along now, oh, the Son of God is a form, is a person. So this is why we don't believe in the New Testament. It's null and void.
Seems somebody didn't get the gist of it, so I'm going to try to recap quickly. I think I'm going to try to be the answer. Maybe everything was a sign or hurricane, but so her question is, why do we believe that it was a miracle?
What?
Why do we believe it was a miracle that the sea split? Maybe it was a tsunami that happened to come by just at that time, which is also a miracle. Which would also be a miracle, right? Angela, that would also be a miracle. Tsunami came and split that's how God works, right?
Well, we know because
Not
God
exactly.
told Moshe Rabbeinu. They told it from before.
No, but I'm saying if the sea split by some act of nature,
Yeah.
just when the Jews had to go by and the Jews went through, and then as the Egyptians came in, it crashed down on them, that would also be a miracle.
Yeah, we could say, I don't know, it wasn't a miracle. I mean, everything's a miracle. Once you believe in God, everything's a miracle. But I'm saying over here, nobody can say that because it says in the
No,
Torah.
she's saying, well, who says it was a miracle?
Said from before, God said to Moshe Rabbeinu, put your hand, staff, and split the sea. It's going to split. He told him in advance. If it's a natural phenomena that happened by itself, you can't predict it's going to happen. God said from before, I'm going to make the sea split. So it wasn't a thing that happened all of a sudden by itself. There was foretold that this is what's going to happen. So just like all the 10 plagues were told from before, each one, blood, it was blood, told from before, it's going to be blood, it became blood. So everything was foretold from the very beginning. So we know it wasn't a natural phenomenon, it was something that God made thing.
Oh my God. I see. That's very interesting video, and of course this very question I've helped to clarify, you understand, a lot of things to why the Jews believe in Moses but not in Jesus Christ. And then if you hear for some of the things, you understand, he was talking, how I wish that maybe probably I was in the auditorium. I think that I could have asked him some couple of questions for him to clarify concerning the prophecy of Jesus Christ. I could make references to Isaiah, which says that unto us a child is born, and then his name shall be called Emmanuel, and all those things. And then also I could talk about, you understand, Moses, you understand, of course, prophecy about the coming of Jesus Christ, and then not to forget Malachi being one of the people who prophesied the coming of Jesus Christ. I could have asked him, did he believe, you understand, in some of these things? And then also I could have asked him to also clarify, because I was just very surprised that the rabbi could not even believe, or should I say able to determine, to whether the splitting of the Red Sea by Moses, if it truly happened or it was just a natural phenomenon that happened. And that was the question that was asked. Did he believe that all those things in the sun happen as a miracle? And then he could not even determine whether it was a natural occurrence or it was actually a miracle. He could not even determine. Very unfortunate. And then when you hear to him to why they do not accept Jesus as God, or they don't even accept his message, that's the New Testament, that is the Injil, he says that because that some people, you understand, just wake up and keep saying to generation that God has abolished, you understand, the Mosaic law, the law that was given at Mount Sinai, and then therefore there's also another law, which is Jesus, him being the Son of God. And then since they deny, you understand, the sonship of Jesus Christ, then they cannot accept him, which means that they do not accept all the miracles, you understand, he performed. I think that for the Muslim, I think we are a little bit closer to the Muslim compared to the Jew. And then let me tell you why. At least the Jew even, at least the Muslim even believe in Jesus. They believe in his message. They believe that he was a messenger. even though not as the Son of God, just like the Jews. But the Jew in the other way around, they don't just believe in him, like they don't just believe in him, you understand, at all. That's very sad and very unfortunate. And then sometimes some people will feel like maybe the Christians and the Jews are a little bit close, but then I think that there's actually a very far distance. There's actually a distance that is setting us, in a sense, apart between the Jews and the Christians. Okay, because I'm just very surprised that he could not even tell about the miracle that Moses, in a sense, put the staff, you understand, on the water that brought separation for the children of the Israelites to pass through. He could not tell whether it was a miracle or it was, you understand, a natural, in a sense, occurrence. And then he was saying that it was just a story. So to whether, in a sense, it happened or not. But then if probably it was just a story, right? Why don't you just, in a sense, believe that, you understand, Jesus Christ? You don't just believe, you understand, in the ministry of Jesus. Why? Why I did not believe? Because they just want to remain in what they believe. Well, I know if I say so, the Muslim will say that, of course, Christians, that's how the same thing you also believe. You want to remain in here you are. Anyway, I know a lot of you bash me at the comment section, but then that's a very interesting one. I guess that for some of us up here, there are reasons why the Jews don't believe in the ministry of Jesus Christ. Okay, if you have watched this video, but then I think that the rabbi was not be able to give more information concerning this. I know that a lot of you have contribution, and I wanted to drop it at the comment section concerning some of the things that the rabbi was saying at the course of this video. I hope that we are learning something, you understand, from this video, and may God bless you as you do so. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, if you like, share and subscribe. If you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section, and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.